This preparation. Anyways, quickly to Abhijit.
Hello, sir.
हाँ बोलिए.
Sir, connection is quite unstable here.
Okay. It's a problem with online teaching nowadays. No issues.
Yes, sir.
बताएं.
Yes, sir. Sir, I am Abhijit Sonkar. I have done my BTech in IT. Information Technology.
From where?
Sir, webcam is not working, I think.
No issues. Anyway, just keep on moving. बताएं.
Yes, sir.
You have done your IT from which institute?
Sir, AKG, Ajay Kumar Garg Engineering College.
Okay, that's good institute. What's your GATE score?
Sir, GATE score is 300.
Okay. Rahul.
हेलो सर.
राहुल, आप कहाँ पर हैं? बाहर हैं क्या कहीं?
यस सर, बाहर हूँ थोड़ा, मतलब
क्लास कैसे चलेगी अगर बाहर रहोगे तो?
नहीं सर, थोड़ा काम पड़ गया था, बट आई कैन मैनेज इट.
ऐसे नहीं भाई, टाइम टेबल का मतलब टाइम टेबल है. चलिए.
यस सर.
चलिए अपने आप को थोड़ा इंट्रोड्यूस करिए.
यस सर, मैं सर राहुल कुमार वर्मा. आई रन माय बीटेक इन सिविल इंजीनियरिंग फ्रॉम AIMT Lucknow.
Where?
And my GATE score is
which institute?
AIMT, Ambalika Institute of Management and Technology.
Okay.
Yes sir. And GATE score sir 493.
493. Okay.
Yes sir.
Civil engineering, eh?
Yes sir, civil engineering.
Okay. Ruchi.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Sir, my name is. Hello, sir. आवाज आ रही है?
हाँ, बट आपका हाँ अब आई आवाज आई. हाँ.
Sir, my name is Ruchi. I have completed my BTech from BBD NIT Lucknow in civil engineering. My GATE score is 3%.
You have done your BTech in civil engineering?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Sumit. यशोवर्धन.
गुड आफ्टरनून सर.
हाँ भाई, कौन बोल रहा है? सुमित की यशोवर्धन? कौन बोल रहा है?
सर यशोवर्धन.
हाँ बताएं यशोवर्धन.
My name is Yashovardhan Yadav. I have completed my civil engineering from Kasi Institute of Technology, Mirjapura, Varanasi, which is affiliated to AKT. My GATE score was 360.
Okay. Sumit. Sumit, can you hear us? सुमित आपकी आवाज नहीं आ रही है. I think there is some problem with your microphone. Sumit, I think at present only 6 people are there, and I don't know whether the result of spot round or the final round of counseling is announced or not. But although we have got the list of 18 students, okay, and out of that 18, initially Sumit informed me that only 2 or 3 people have registered, but gradually it became 6 people. And I don't know the current registration strength, how much people have registered. So that's one thing.
Sir, can you hear me?
Hello, Sumit.
Sir, actually there was no problem in my connection.
Yeah, no
I
issues.
could
No,
not speak in that time.
no issues. No issues.
Should I introduce myself?
Yeah, please say again.
Sir, should I introduce myself?
Yes, yes, yes.
Sir, myself, Umar Pandey. I have done my BTech in Civil Engineering branch from BBS College of Engineering and Technology, Allahabad, and my gate score is 481.
Okay. You are also from civil engineering. So I think only one student, probably Alok, is from IT.
No, sir, it's not me.
Okay. So one of you is from IT, I think.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Abhijit. Abhijit is from IT. Okay. So at present only, I'm just looking into the registration portal, and I'm looking at I think 8 people are registered so far, and I think it's still. Sumit, do you have any update on the spot round results?
Sir, I think after 26th it would be clear, sir.
Okay, after 26. Okay. Yeah, the reason is, I mean, last time the classes was started only after getting the final registration details, because sometimes people shift towards another branch, or a slide happened, so that is one issue. Anyways, okay, so that is one thing. Second is, let me introduce myself also to you. I am Dr. Ramji Dwivedi, and I have been assistant professor and faculty in GISL since 2012. Okay, and let me tell you about my background also. I've done BTech in civil engineering in 2010, and followed by MTech in Geo-Informatics from IIT Kanpur, and thereafter I joined this institute as faculty, and then I finished my PhD in 2016. Okay, can you? Is there an issue? So, well, I joined this institute in 2012, and from that year onwards, we have been teaching this course or geospatial data processing in odd semester, and in the even semester, that is the coming next year, I'll be teaching you the principle of GPS. So these are the two core courses of your Geoinformatics domain that I'll be teaching. And apart from these courses, I'm also involved in teaching the laboratory part. That is the Geoinformatics Lab 1 in odd semester, as well as Geoinformatics Lab 2 in even semester. So obviously the objective of laboratory component is to get you certain exposure of the advanced instruments that we have in our laboratory. Okay. So last year also many of the students could not join the institute because of this pandemic, and our laboratory the demonstration of laboratory instruments were also being done via online mode. Okay. So hopefully, let us see. We do not know anything yet how the third wave is coming, and the perspectives are still there. But anyways, in case the institute opens, you will all come to the campus, and we'll have one interaction. Otherwise, most probably we'll have the classes through online mode only. That is the present scenario. Okay, so coming back to the subject. Now, before starting with details of the subject, let me tell you very clearly that, okay, one thing which people might get confused with, this domain of geoinformatics is now completely interdisciplinary. Okay, when I say interdisciplinary, that means people from civil engineering, people from mechanical engineering, from electronics, from IT, from computer science, all possible engineering domain are contributing or participating in this geoinformatics. Likewise, when I have done my masters at IIT Kanpur, we have 4 students at that time, and all 4 were from different disciplines. One is from IT, one is from civil engineering, one is from electrical engineering, in fact, electrical and instrumentation engineering. And they are doing wonderful job at present in different careers. One of them are doing job at Ford, one is a major in army, and another one is a data science expert. So probably this is one of the domain from last 10 years, everybody from different disciplines are contributing. So those who have little doubts that whether my discipline would be useful in this, so just don't worry about it. Focus on your next 1 year of education through courseworks and laboratory part, and you have to participate in the coursework. Please remember that while with this online education, you may simply log in to your the MS team, and you can do anything you want. But if you do so, what will happen after 1 year? The coursework you have to face a lot of difficulty while doing the thesis work, because you have not done the coursework properly. So coursework is essential. You must attend with full sincerity, full discipline. Whatever assignment is being given to you have to perform it, so that your thesis work should be productive. That's one suggestion. Second is, those who are planning for any kind of preparation in parallel to this PG program, please do stop doing so, because what will happen? You are on both streets you are going without any further directions. So obviously, it is not possible to go on to do both two direction at the same time. You have to suffer in one of the component. So those who are doing preparation can simply go and start preparing. There is no need to forcefully join this program. But those who have joined it with full sincerity, I must say that you have to do the coursework very sincere, very disciplined manner, so that your next 1 year after coursework, the thesis part, should be productive. What has happened in the past few years? Only 50% of the students have excelled in their PhD in this MTech program. I mean, out of 20, 10 have done excellent work in their MTech, and 10 they could not do so because they have multiple objectives in their mind from the day one. So that is the one suggestion which I would like to give you, that those who are have thoughts that we could prepare also in between. I agree that employment is a big challenge nowadays, but at the same time, since you have continuing your education after BTech, you have started to continue the MTech. It is good that you focus on your MTech. Okay, because when I have joined my MTech in the first few months, I was also in doubt that should I prepare for public sector, should I prepare for UPSC, should I prepare for IES, and uh, I mean, I have almost, I mean, got confused because employment was such a challenge, and similar to your position, I was also in there in that same position because in civil engineering, many of the opportunities comes at the same time, but when I see this field and when I see that there is a lot of scope in this field, after 2 3 months, our professors explained so much about the the opportunities that are coming in next few years. So I gradually skipped all the preparation, and you believe me, you wouldn't believe me that I have almost filled or made a draft of SAIL, NTPC, and IOCL, and I just didn't apply. Those drafts are still with me. So that's how you have to decide. I mean, this is the one big decision you have to make. So those who are deciding to prepare, that will go for preparation of the public sector, etc. They should just go with single mindset. Do not confuse with your MTech program. That will not give you any fruits in the near future. So I don't know how many of you are have joined this program with full dedication that I'll continue the MTech, but obviously these are the initial days, and you will feel comfortable after few months once you will get through the subject and you will know something about geoinformatics. Then only you would be appreciating this domain. Okay? So these are my full initial words of wisdom to you, and you have to decide. You are more or independent adults now. You can decide on your own. But yes, we are open to your queries. Whenever you want, you can ask. In fact, one of you have already queried to our admission cell regarding website. I don't know who are which one of you have done it, but yes, it is true that our website is not updated, and there are many reasons for it, because we had to update it based on our board of academics meeting. So soon we'll have our board of academics meeting and we'll update this website. But again, you can contact your DMPC regarding any query, or the faculty members. I mean, you can also come to me for any queries of yours. Your DMPC is Dr. Manohar Yadav. You can contact him anytime with your queries for your master program related issues. But in fact, we are all open to your general queries also. So if you have any question, you can simply ask me.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, Vijay.
Sir, next year, sorry, GATE will also be conducted in geoinformatics. So
Yes.
will the syllabus be same as we will study here?
Not necessarily, but yes, few basic component would be the same. I don't know the syllabus for geoinformatics has been announced or not. Have you seen the syllabus?
No, sir, syllabus has
Yeah,
not been
because
announced.
in the booklet of GATE, the syllabus for all courses is there, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so we have to see the syllabus also before commenting. But yes, some of the basic component would be the same. But again, since the geoinformatics domain or a specialization has been added in this GATE, obviously the objective is not to test your MTech level, intelligence or aptitude skills. It is basically how well you are, with your BTech education. Since it is interdisciplinary, I mean, questions would be on programming skills also. Questions would be on your basic physics also, because this domain is started from basic calculus to advanced astronomy. Everything is covered in this domain. Okay? The parent branch, if I would say, this geoinformatics terms, this term is new. Before this term, the parent branch is geodesy. The I would say the parent branch of all possible discipline of GIS and remote sensing in all around the world. Those who are teaching MTech program, MS program, PhD program, they all have a parent branch as geodesy. So geodesy is the science of measuring and mapping the surface of Earth. So I mean, so geodesy is the parent branch. From that geodesy, the all such applied, or you could also say the subsidiary of uh, different branches have been generated. And this GIS and remote sensing or geoinformatics, it is just a terminology which is more influential in the sense that people get attracted to, people get jobs in terms of employment opportunities, in terms of recent terminology. This geoinformatics terms have been given. Previously, our MTech program was named as GIS and remote sensing. You wouldn't believe, in 2012 to 2018 or so, this branch was named as GIS and remote sensing. But gradually we got a lot of query that how it is different from geomatics and geoinformatics. So we eventually converted the name of this branch to MTech in Geoinformatics, which is very popular now. And in fact, I mean, many of you would uh, understand in later on in this semester that why it is very popular. Okay.
Sir, in
So,
GATE,
yeah.
sir, there will be 55 question common for both civil and CSIT branches for geoinformatics, and 35 marks questions. Part C will be for you can either select CS part or civil part in geoinformatics GATE.
Yeah, it is true.
Question
I mean,
paper has been released.
okay. Format of question paper is released, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So the reason is simple, because the major contributors of this domain are from civil engineering, computer science engineering, IT, and electronics and communication. They are the primary contributors to this domain. Okay. And in fact, this branch has been originated from civil engineering, but later on with the technology advancement and the requirement to perform novel contribution, requirement of computer science people were also there. So that's why this domain got amalgamated with the different specialization. But yes, computer science, civil, and IT are the major contributors. And the reason is simple, that computer science will come with their the programming background. Civil people are not mostly inclined towards programming. However, this is a deck for all the institutes who are offering civil engineering courses, that they are not giving much emphasis on the programming, and that is a disastrous to know, because the reason is simple. You cannot do just by knowing the instrument. You will get the data, you have to perform certain analysis over it, and that analysis part cannot be done by calculator only. Okay. So you must remember from your BTech days, it is very easy to do the structural analysis with your calculator only. That's fine. But now it is not possible. All the datas, all the I mean, feedback is coming in terms of data, and that data has to be handled. And for handling the data, you either have to use software, or you have to do your own programming. Please remember, those with the civil engineering background, they simply use StatPro, AutoCAD for basic structural analysis. Then they go on learning some of the sophisticated instrument by Bentley, MicroStation. So they all, they all instruments, they all softwares are written with heavy programming background. But please remember, ultimately you have to handle the data, handle the analysis part. For handling that part, you need to know the programming. So our initial emphasis in this course in GDP is to get you accustomed with MATLAB or Octave if you work, or if you talk about open source. So one of our TA of this course will teach you first few classes on MATLAB or an Octave in parallel, and you will have to install on your laptops, and you have to give us the revert back with the your codes for assignments which will be given later on in this course. So initially we'll give you certain tutorial kind of thing in MATLAB, but later on you will have to report us back with your basic you know assignments which will be given to you. Later on you will know that what is the need of these programming. In fact, many of your seniors who have done initially they came to this institute and they have many times faced the scenario that we do not know MATLAB, we do not know any kind of programming, but later on when they learned it, they enjoyed it. And that was the objective of this course, that you should know the programming, because ultimately you have to do some productive work in your MTech. It is not only that you just have to finish a MTech with a degree and then again roaming around in the market for job. It is better that you should dedicate yourself towards your PG program, so that after finishing your MTech you should be skilled enough so that you could be acquired by any multinationals. Okay, and many major placement scenario have been good in the past. L&T Next and Eaton, Nokia Solutions, Samsung, they all people have come and absorbed our students. Obviously, due to pandemic, the situation was not good in the past, but we are communicating with our TNP cell and asking them to recruit as many as people from this Geo-Informatics domain also. But again, yes, challenges are everywhere. You have to face it. Otherwise, you have to be skilled enough so that you could go for PhD also. Many of you would not decide at this level just by entering in the first semester of MTech that you would do PhD. But believe me, once you will be in your fourth semester or in second year, and if you have done good work and if you know something in this background, then you will be confident enough, and in fact you will be proud to know that many of your seniors who were initially inclined towards job later on concluded with a PhD at IITs and even NITs. So many of your seniors have joined the PG program and PhD program after finishing their MTech because they loved their work and they knew that they could contribute something new to this field. And that is the objective: learning from your day one, and that would give you certain confidence that you would arrive at a place which maybe PhD or maybe research and development wing of any multinational. So that is the objective. Okay. Any other queries? So in this course, let me just give you a little more detailed introduction to this course. The name let me share my screen also, so that although I'll not teach much into the details, because otherwise I have to again go back to these courses, but let me give you a can you see it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now just look at this topic. It is written as geospatial data processing. Now, your and one more important thing which you should know, that your department is GIS cell. Okay, I hope you are aware of it. Is it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Your department name is GIS cell, and your MTech branch is Geo-Informatics. There is two different things. You are not doing MTech in GISL. So many people are writing their MTech, within bracket they write GISL. So it is not true. You are doing MTech in Geo-Informatics, but that department in which you are doing it is GISL. It is not written as department of GISL, simply GISL. There is no, I mean, prefix to it. Simply, whenever somebody asks what is your department, you simply say GISL. Likewise, in the in other engineering domain, we will call it Department of Civil Engineering. So the word is CED or Department of Civil Engineering, or CACD or Department of Computer Science and Engineering. But here it is only GISL. There is no department of GISL. It is only GISL. You should know it, because many times you will write in your report or in the documents also. So that is one thing. Okay, coming back to your topic. Topic you have written as sorry, the title of the course is Geospatial Data Processing. What do you mean by this term? So let us take the first word, which is geospatial. Now, what do you mean by geospatial? So geospatial has two components. One is geo, and then another is spatial. So one is geo and another is spatial. So that means the short form geo is representing Earth, and the spatial is representing the numeric terms associated with it. So there is spatial and another one is non-spatial. So when somebody is saying spatial, that means numeric words are associated in this term. You will have numbers, okay? But the complete term geospatial means that this numeric terms are associated with Earth. So on the surface of Earth, above the surface of Earth, and below the surface of Earth, we all deal with in geospatial. So whenever you say coordinates, whenever you say distance, whenever you say angles, whenever you say gravity meters or gravity values, or maybe you could have atmospheric data related anything, water vapor, uh, many times aerosol measurements, they all are geospatial. You understand this part? That means you will have to deal with the numerical data associated with Earth. It could be anything, as I have told you. On the surface, you will have distance, coordinate, angles, whatnot, elevation, whatever. On the above surface, you will have troposphere, ionosphere. You will have variety of readings of your atmosphere, clouds, etc. On the below, you will have gravity. You will have the electropotentials of soil, whatever it is. So it is all data, but the numeric data, not non-spatial. You are talking about spatial data. That means that will have certain numeric values related to Earth on, above, or below. That is why it is called geospatial. Obviously, since it is a bunch of data, it is not a single data. That becomes, single numeric term. It is not only a single numeric term you'll have to deal with. Instead, it will be a bunch of numeric term that becomes data. Data is something which provides certain information, isn't it? Data is not arbitrary information of numeric terms. It is instead, it is an information. You have to work with the information. But sometimes data may be erroneous. That means it will contain the errors. And in order to remove those error part, you have to do the processing. You have to do the analysis. You have to do the pre-processing sometimes. So all these component of pre-processing, processing, analysis, they all are contributed in this processing part. And that's why the whole course name is Geospatial Data Processing. Any query?
Sir.
So this geospatial term, which is obviously why it is more important, because ultimately you have to use this geospatial data to deduce something, to come out at a conclusion, isn't it? And when you do so, you have to perform a set of operations that we'll discuss in this whole course. That what are those steps? Please remember that since, as I've told you, that the contributions are coming from all around the corners, be it civil engineer, be it computer science engineer, be it IT, electronics, and whatsoever. But primarily, initial few examples would be taken that would have little inclination towards civil engineering. But at the same time, from that very basic foundation, you would be coming at a stage where without help from computer science people, you cannot even handle the data. So starting with basic foundation, we'll take certain small examples so that your understanding could be improved in this geospatial data processing domain. And later on, you will see that, we will see the so-called advanced processing. Now, when I say that you have to deduce certain things from this geospatial data processing, or from the geospatial data which you have collected, it could be collected by satellites, it could be collected by your instruments, or it could be given to you by some previous researchers. Okay, so the objective of this course is to give you a lot more details of the steps that are involved in using that data after making it a meaningful data. That is important thing. So that's why in general, what we will do, we will try to see that what are the factors which are involved in dealing with such processing. So as I've told you that it is a geospatial data processing. So you have to have, first you need to have a geospatial data with you in your hand then only you do the processing. Okay, that is one thing. Second is, when you have this geospatial data, they will be observations, they will be measurements, and whenever you call anything measurement or you call it observation, the moment you say it, that means error part would always be there. You cannot have a true measurement or a measurement without error, because you are living in a reality. You are not living in an ideal world where you will get every measurement as a single value, and the moment you repeat your observation, you will get a different value. Suppose I ask you that, okay, measure the distance of a rod, of a iron rod. What is the length of the iron rod? So those would having, they would be doing this by multiple of instruments. One would come with a scale, another would come with a tape, another would come with a, sophisticated device. So what will happen? Those who are just by doing this measurement by their bare hands, or those who are doing with the scale, those who are doing with the tapes, they all have their different precision level, isn't it? Or the least count would be different. By scale, they would have less graduation. In the tape, the graduations would be more. So all kind of these limitations leads towards different observation of a single measurement. So similarly, when you work in this geoinformatics, and a single task of measuring a distance between 2 points by 10 times, 12 times, or 100 times would give you multiple possible values, and there would be having a frequency number associated with it. So that's a possible distance of 100 meter would be measured by two instruments, let's say, or single instrument, for example. What would be having? Somebody would be measuring at 100.12, 100.13, somebody would be saying 100.16, 100.12, 99.99. So all such possible measurements would come, isn't it? I'm just giving you some basic example which you could relate to, and many times you have faced that. Okay, it is just like uh, having multiple values to a single quantity, and what you say, you will say that no measurement is exact in nature. That means no measurement is exact value or a true value. The true value is 100, but fortunately or unfortunately, you are not achieving 100 every time. Instead, you would be arriving at 100.12, 100.13, 100 and 99.99, so on. But it is a possibility that you would arrive at 99.99 4 times, 100.12 5 times, 100.13 2 times. So such kind of frequency would be associated with your values. And obviously, the value with highest possible frequency would be considered as most probable value, or one way to have an estimate of the true value. I hope you are getting this example, because obviously these kind of examples cannot be explained by any kind of slides or so. It is just common layman understanding that the measurements or observation would be having multiple values. Now, what is your job as a geoinformatics professional? Please remember, from this day onwards, I'll call you geoinformatics professional, so that you would get a feel about what you are doing. What is your job? So as a geoinformatics professional, you have to give me the best estimate, the most probable value of this length, that between 2 points, the distance between 2 points. And obviously, you would have to devise certain mechanism to reach at this MPV, or most probable value. Just not by saying, okay, sir, we'll take this value because it has highest frequency. No, you have to consider all possible implications and give me a mathematical answer with a mathematical background, that why we have chosen this value as most probable value. Okay, so this is one task. Obviously, at the same time, as a geoinformatics professional, it is your job to tell us about the error distribution. Okay, that means when you say what is the most probable value, what is the best estimate of the true value, you have to also tell at the same time that what type of errors are involved in this measurement. So when we discuss this all part, that becomes the first unit of discussion, and that is nothing but concept of measurement and errors. So we will discuss about this in first unit. Okay. Any queries so far? Any questions?
No, sir.
Okay. So following the discussion on concepts of measurement and errors, we will move towards understanding the error propagation. Now, why the error propagation is important? It's very basic example to know it, that suppose you have length and width of a particular area that is having errors. Okay, you know that you have computed the length and width of a particular area and that is containing errors, but unknowingly what you are doing, you are trying to measure the area of it. That area would be added to another area and a new area would be computed, or a total area would be computed. So it is a chain of events, isn't it? So the error in length and width would be going towards area, then this error in area would be added to another area component and would be propagated towards total area measurement. So it is a chain of event. You cannot break it until you control it. So, okay, let's take one example. Everybody, you must be having your copy and pen. I'm just giving you one example. The distance between AC is explained as AB plus BC. That means you first go from A to B, then B to C. That becomes total distance AC. Okay. The distance AB has error of 1 centimeter. The error in measurement of BC is again 1 centimeter. Now you have to tell me what would be the error in measurement of AC.
2 centimeters.
Wrong. थोड़ा कोशिश करिए एक बार और सभी लोग जवाब दें, थोड़ा पार्टिसिपेट करें एज आई टोल्ड यू.
So what are ABC? Are they in a line?
Yes. You simply understand is in this way, z is equal to x plus y. Okay, this is your mathematical model. Z is equal to x plus y. Error in x is 1 centimeter. Error in y is 1 centimeter. What would be the error in z? क्या भाई बड़ा शांत है आप लोग, बताइए। 2 सेंटीमीटर इज रॉन्ग आंसर। चलिए मैं ही पूछता हूँ, यशोवर्धन बताइए।
यस सर।
बताइए।
1 सेंटीमीटर।
रॉन्ग। सुमित।
Sir, 1 plus minus 1.
सॉरी, से अगेन।
1 plus minus 1.
नहीं भाई गलत, ये कैसे कह रहे हैं? 1 प्लस माइनस 1, ये क्या बात है?
Sir, means it can be 0 also, it can be 2 also. That is why
No.
it can.
No, 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 no. रुचि। रुचि, आपको आवाज आ रही है?
यस सर।
बताइए जवाब।
नहीं हुआ सर, नहीं हो रहा है सर।
राहुल
यस सर।
बताइए।
सर 1.5।
1.5। आप कहाँ बैठे पहले ये बताइए।
सर हूँ तो मैं बाहर ही सर।
भाई अभी ये सब चलेगा नहीं, आपको
ओके सर।
समय पे अपने टाइम टेबल पे पहुंचना है, ठीक है?
ओके
आगे
सर।
से
फर्स्ट
ध्यान
टाइम।
रखिएगा, ठीक है ना? हाँ
ओके
हाँ,
सर।
कोई दिक्कत नहीं है। आगे से अपने क्लासरूम के समय में एक अपने कमरे में कहीं पर जहाँ शांति आपको लगे, छत
जी।
पर, कमरे में, जहां आपको उचित लगे वहां बैठ जाइए, अपना लैपटॉप मोबाइल ले करके। कभी कभी लैपटॉप की रिक्वायरमेंट होती है, जब हम स्लाइड शो करेंगे तो मोबाइल में जूम करके नहीं देख पाते बच्चे, तो लैपटॉप की नेसेसिटी है।
जी
तो आप
सर।
लैपटॉप ओपन करके बैठेंगे तो उसमें जूम वूम नहीं करना पड़ेगा, अच्छे से दिखाई दे।
ओके सर।
देखिए आंसर है इसका √2, स्क्वायर रूट 2। ठीक है, बट बहुत आसान नहीं है √2 तक पहुंचना। उसके लिए काफी स्टेप्स हैं जो हम लोग को डिस्कस करने। इट इज नॉट अ वेरी स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड आंसर, ठीक है? तो हम लोग एरर्स को भी डिटेल्स में जब पढ़ेंगे तब ये जानेंगे कि ये √2 कैसे आया, और उसी लिए हम लोग एरर प्रोपेगेशन को पढ़ेंगे, ठीक है? Obviously after dealing with everything we'll come to adjustment part, or you can also call it processing part, and followed by the results, obviously. So these would be the structure. Obviously we'll be discussing in details of everything once the whole bunch of students would be available. But anyways, I hope you have got a little idea about this. I'll also have uploaded the books. There is only one book would be followed for first for 3 months that I have uploaded, and you just have to go in your teams and let me just give you where it is uploaded. Actually, you go in your teams, and in that team there is a option called files. You could see that in the journal, in the in the channels, there is a channel name general, and in the general you go at files, and in that files there is a column called books, and in that books one book is called as Mikhail and Gracie 1981. So that book we have to follow for first few months. Later on we'll give you the another book, the second one, but the first book is very important. You have to follow that book, which is called as Mikhail and Gracie. So very basic book, very simple book that would be used. No other literature would be given to you till the time you get, comfortable with the content. Obviously, later on we'll give you certain papers, reference papers also, research papers also, to overall, getting a feeling of it. But anyways, this Mikhail and Gracie book is one of the book which is very popular and very basic book. Very simply, they have explained everything. Okay, so this is available. You can start reading the introduction chapter. So we'll see next class, and we'll discuss about this introductory chapter. So all of you have to download this book. No need to go and read anything on Google or everything. Just read that book. If you read that book completely in this course, that is, my objective is fulfilled. I do not want anything. Just read that book, understand that book. Obviously, gradually I'll also teach you through slides, and the content will be given to you parallelly to it. But this book is the Bible for our this course. You have to read that. So